Hi everyone, it's Anne, Crafty Kimchi. Welcome back to my channel. I am back with a Craspire project share, and I started to play around with the wax seals, and I thought I'd just come on and do it on camera. I wanted to give my initial kind of learn with me process. I did try to make this one, and I've learned something. So I did it when it was piping hot. And when you push the seal, it seems to push out the wax. And then I also messed up another one, and I was like, can I remelt the wax? So that is what I've done here. It's a mishmash of two different wax colors, and I just wanted to get it hot enough so I can start the pour. I showed my unboxing video in the previous video, and I will leave that down below, but I basically got these pastel set, and this came with this starter pack, and I just sorted it by colors. I think it's just, I'm a very visual person. It makes it easier for me to just pick from the colors that I need. And I'm gonna now start the pour process. So I have this little mixture here. It is hot. I have my candle going, and I'm just gonna pour this on this Teflon sheet that I have here. Gorgeous. And I'm just gonna add a quick little Nouveau gilding flake. Oh, I think I just added too much. Okay. I have a little pair of tweezers here. I'm just gonna add that right in the middle. Okay. And now I am going to seal it. Now that it's a little bit cooler, I'm gonna press down. Okay. Just want to see how that works. I'm not sure if that's a great pour, but I'm gonna start melting some additional colors. This is a lot of fun. So far, I'm having a lot of fun. I think it's such an interesting technique, and it's kind of exciting to learn together. I mean, there's nothing wrong with giving something new a try, especially as crafters. I'm just gonna let this cool. Oops. Okay, don't do that, you guys. Kind of like stringy. It reminds me of marshmallows, the texture. It gets really stringy, but it's not super hot, which I think is fine and manageable. I'm just waiting for this little new mixture to kind of do its thing. I think the whole like watching it melt is kind of fun, and I have a whole bunch of different colors to play with. I also have my marker here, and this is the just gold paint marker. My tweezers. I have my two wax seals. I'm just gonna pull this one out. Here we go. See that? And to create this one, I wasn't in love with it. Let me just pull this one up and see how this one looks. Okay, so the gold looks great, but you cannot read any of the words. So if you can see that, I'm sorry for the glare, the sun setting. And I love the colors, and I'm gonna try to remelt this because I don't want to waste it, and I'm not sure if I love that gold. So I'm just gonna tear this apart and kind of work at it again. Just break it up into small pieces so I can melt this again. I'm sorry if this is not the tutorial or craft with me you wanted to see. I just wanted to learn, and with everything, it just takes a little bit of time to master the art. I think this little mixture here is done. So I'm gonna pour this one. And this time I added just a single gilding flake in it. I want that gilding flake in it so bad. Ooh, and this is like a vampire red. Love it. And again, I think something that I learned for this one is just to let it sit for a little bit before I put the seal on. I just think it makes life a lot easier. And I just want to know that this can be done. You can re-wax or melt. I'm pretty sure you're not supposed to do this, but I don't want to waste the color. And and I don't want to waste the wax. So just make sure you are handling it with care, because obviously this is very hot. Not very hot. It's a tea light, but you don't want to burn yourself. So now I'm going to push in my seal, hopefully. Okay, just leave it like that. Ooh, that looks pretty good. I'm just not 100% sure with the amount of wax to put either, but I know if you let it sit, it will do its thing. So I'm going to let it sit, and I'm going to let it do its thing. I've seen so many crafters play around with their wax seals, and I think they're so darling to put on an envelope or on embellishments, and I was super excited to come on and play with them. I mean, this is just kind of like a raw view of me learning a new craft. I mean, I get obsessed with new things anyways, as it is. I like to try and just add to the portfolio, because we are crafters. We evolve as crafters, and I think that it just keeps us on our toes and adds to our crafty portfolio. This feels ready, so I'm going to pull this off. Okay, that's pretty. Peel this off the mat. Okay, it's a really pretty vampy red. I kind of love that. And I'm just gonna go and add some gold onto this. There is so much details on this seal, and it's just a very beautiful finish. I'm just gonna fill in the whole gold, the bowl, all of gold, because it's gonna take me too long to paint in that itty bitty outline. I love this little red. I think it's kind of fun to mix the colors as well. I'm just gonna lightly go around the border. Wow, I actually think this one looks pretty good, right? Okay, so I have one more here, and it's melting. It's doing its thing. Again, handle with care. So this is the one that I did remelt, and it does have the gilding flakes in it. You can see that here. And I just wanted to reinvent this whole thing and see if it'll work. So let's give it a go. I'm gonna pour this again. That is so yummy, so pretty. And I don't want it to like ooze all over the place. I'm just gonna hold up my mat a little bit. My desk may not be 100% leveled, so I'm gonna go with the other Handmade with Love. And you can see the gilding flakes is almost kind of like dissipated into the seal. I'm just gonna wait until this cools down a little bit, and then I'm just gonna drop my seal down, and hopefully this time it works. Okay, I'm committed. I put it down, and I'm just gonna get another small batch going here. Oh God, how fun is this? So if you've ever thought about starting wax seals or playing with it, I think it's kind of therapeutic. It's different, and you can just make a whole bunch sitting and playing with different colors, and then give them as little goodies for your pals. I mean, they're so darling, and they're really just kind of easy to put together. Again, just be careful playing with the heat. Like everything, you want to just be careful and make sure that you're not in danger, you're hurting yourself or burning yourself, because that's never fun. I've had my fair share of hot glue gun burns. It's probably my biggest crafty boo-boo. And I'm just gonna see if this is, nope, not yet. It still has to cool, but that one looks really pretty. And I'm actually surprised it looks that decent, because I've melted it twice with gilding flakes. I'm actually not that mad about the gilding flakes. I think it's really pretty. Adding the colors really is like kind of like mixing alcohol inks in resin. It is so fun and pretty, and I'm just gonna pull this off now. Ooh, okay. I'm going to peel this off the mat. I wish I had my silicone mat because I feel like it'll be a lot easier. Wow. Okay. So that's how that looks. There, you could see the gilding flakes on the side. It's kind of melted into the wax. And you could see all the different colors. Super pretty. I'm loving how this came out. And again, I've taken wax melt that I already used and then I just remelted it. So don't waste that wax. Super pretty. I'm loving this finish, and I have another one here. Let's go. Pour this out. I have a whole bunch of different colors. I'm loving this mix. There's like a little bit of gold in here, but it almost looks a little yellowy. Okay. And I'm going to take my Handmade with Love. I'm going to wait for this to cool down a little bit. In the process, I'm going to add a couple more melts to get another one going. I'm just going to add one little silver one. How fun is that? Okay, now I'm going to push in this one here. Just going to drop it down. Ugh, that is so much fun. So I hope this was somewhat fun to play and craft with me. Again, I've never done this before. This is my first time. I'm just really excited to play with the different colors, and I love just like medium in general. Just playing with different tools, different mediums. We're not just limited to paper crafting, we're limited to our supplies. So I think just trying something new is always a fun outlet to grow as crafters. And I'm sorry for the babble. It's kind of just what I have to do to fill in the blanks while the wax is melting and doing its thing. And I'm going to see if this is done. Yep, this feels done. I'm going to peel out the stamp. Ooh, wow, this one came out really nice. Uh-oh, I ripped it. I tore it a little bit. Oh no, oh no. Stupid mat. Okay, so that is the mat's error, but look how pretty that is. I'm going to remelt this. There is no wax to be wasted. Wow, how pretty is that? I love this color combination with the pink and the yellows. So I'm just going to rip this up because I am going to remelt this because I hate that it tore. And I'm just going to wait for the next one to kind of melt. Let's see. I'm going to try something else. I'm going to get some wax paper. And I use this wax paper for my paper crafting, actually. I'm going to see if this works better because this mat is starting to get annoying and I just don't want to deal. So let's go, and I'm going to pour this down. This is such a pretty color. I can see why people are so addicted to this. It's a lot of fun. I'm just going to melt the one that I just did because I refuse to waste this beautiful mix. Okay. All right. Ooh, this one got a little bit out of control. Hopefully that works a little better. When your tools are not working with you. And I suggest cleaning this after this cooled down. Obviously, it's a little hot to the touch. The candle is doing its thing. Your candle wax is completely melted, so you don't want to topple this over, otherwise it'll be a big headache. And hopefully this wax paper works better. I wish I had my silicone mat. I'm not sure where I placed it. I'm totally in a disarray as I'm organizing my craft room. And yeah, isn't that the story of a crafter's life? Always looking for something that they've misplaced. And this does not, oh, nope, that's not done yet. The only thing I think is just the waiting of this. I'm so stinking impatient. And I think I just prefer the instant, but this is so pretty. And I love how delicate these are. They're so delicate. They're so pretty. Let's see. I'll pull this out. Okay. And the wax paper is not any better. Okay. The wax paper is not any better. It's completely kind of bonded with the wax paper. I'm just going to trim this just because it looks ugly, but the color is gorgeous. So let's go and play with this last mix here. Kind of learning with me, you guys. I'll come back with a better project share, something a little bit more substantial and finalized, because this was a little bit of a hot mess and this is just me learning. But I wanted to do this first go around with you guys. This is that beautiful color mix that I've kind of messed up because it's stuck on the mat. I think I just have to wait a little longer. Woman, you're just so impatient. I'm gonna go with this one. I'm just gonna let it cool down a little bit. I'm just gonna drop this little stamp. Okay, oops. Okay, and we're just gonna wait. If you want to know, I purchased this container from Walmart. Again, I just love this little container, and it is all separated. I actually prefer the containers without the removables because the removable kind of dividers tend to fall out. So I love looking at the colors and being able to select my beauties, and this is just me trying to fill in the gaps while my melt is doing its thing. For this one, I'm going to try my little gold paint marker in the meantime and see if I can lightly go over the scribble to make all of this come out. Wow, this is beautiful. And this does have little, I don't know if they're little hearts. They almost look like little hearts. But I'm gently going over my paint marker. Gorgeous. I love it. Look how pretty that is. Oh, and this candle is going. Okay, I'm going to take this thing off just because it is hot. This thing is going, but I'm going to peel off this seal. Oh wow, that's beautiful. Look how adorable that is with the gold paint. Again, this is the one that had a little bit gilding flakes melted in. I love this. This one, I'm just gonna wait a little bit longer until it falls out. And these are my wax seals. This is my first attempt. I hope you learned something and you kind of learned from my mistakes. Again, I have a long way to go, but I'm so excited to start this journey. I'm like, where do I get more wax colors? Because they're so much fun. Again, I will leave product information down below. If you have any questions, please feel free to comment below. Oh, here we go. Perfect peel. And look how beautiful this color mix is. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. Thanks for watching. I'm sorry I butchered this a little bit, but this was fun, and I will see you in the next video. Bye, everyone.